Hey everyone, Lahcen here, online course creator and marketer, and I just wanted to welcome you to this training video in which you will discover how to create really profitable online courses. I'm going to share with you my experience as well as what I learned over the past 5 years that I spent creating, optimizing, and promoting online courses. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below the video. And if you need help with your courses, feel free to get in touch with me. My website is lahcen-bouya.com. So let's get started.
There are four things that will determine whether or not your course is going to be successful. If you use these four things, your course will sell in great numbers. First, there's the big promise. And by promise, I mean what your course promises to deliver, of course. Meaning by the end of the course, your students will be able to what? What will happen to your students once they apply the information inside your course? That's what I mean when I say a promise. The sad thing is, most online courses that are out there do not have a promise that is compelling enough, and as a result, students aren't really that interested. Figuring out what your big promise is isn't hard either. It's actually really simple. Let's take me for an example. I teach people how to create, optimize, and promote online courses, right? So, what do you think my big promise is? Well, first of all, we gotta figure out what are those people who want to create online courses after. My target audience, right? They want to make more money or create a passive income. That's the ultimate goal. They're not creating online courses for the sake of creating online courses. They know that online courses are the most profitable type of digital product today, and they want to cash in on the opportunity. I know I'm sort of talking about you here in the third person, but I'm just doing this for the sake of the example. You have to deliver on your promise, or you will have a lot of angry students. So that's the big promise. I hope that by now you know why it's so important and how you can actually create one for your course. One way you can figure out what your big promise is by asking yourself, what is the number one result or outcome that my students or target students desire the most that I can actually deliver on? Now, let's talk about the second thing, which is proof, or proof you can deliver on your promise. This is where you give proof that shows what you teach works or has worked either for you or for your clients or students. I can prove that what I teach works, for example, by showing off the impressive results I was able to generate for many of my clients. I can also talk about my 4 years of experience as an online course specialist and how I helped over 100 online instructors. And all of this goes to show that I know what I'm talking about. If, for example, your course's promise is to lose 20 pounds in, say, 4 weeks, show them a photo of your transformation. Get it? Have a big promise and support that promise with proof. By doing this, not only do you get your target audience very interested in your course, you also influence them to believe your course will work for them, assuming, of course, you do the third thing on the list, which is having a simple solution. And by solution, I mean the solution to the problem your target students are struggling with right now and which your course will help them with. Because ultimately, your course is a solution to your target students' existing problem. One thing you can count on is that almost always your target audience will be skeptical whether or not your course will work for them. Therein then comes the importance of simplifying your solution. I prove my system works by showing off the impressive results I've been able to generate for many of my clients. And now, to get my target students to believe my course will work for them, I've made my course into a 3-step system that anyone can follow. My 3 steps are: first, I'll show you how to create an awesome online course. Second, I'll show you how you can create a converting landing page. And third, I'll show you how to drive traffic to your landing page and get sales. Very simple solution that makes perfect sense, and it's also really easy to follow. It doesn't always have to be 3 steps, by the way. You can make it 4 or 5 steps if you want it. The step-by-step system is really effective for breaking down any solution, so you can use this for your course as well. It doesn't always have to be a step-by-step system either. You can break it into a 5-day course if you want to, for example, as long as it makes perfect sense and gets the target student to believe they can implement it in order for them to get the result they desperately want. This is one of the biggest reasons why people don't buy online courses. People often won't buy a course if they don't believe it will work for them. So you gotta handle this. Hey, how can I make my solution so simple and easy that my target students will just feel so confident in their ability to implement it and get desired outcome? And I just showed you how you can do this. The fourth and last thing successful online courses have is a high value. By using the first three things we talked about already when creating your course, big promise, proof, and a simple solution, these will already add value to your course. But a few more ways you can increase your course's value is by having a very comprehensive course. A brilliant way I've seen other instructors do this is by combining multiple courses into one. These types of courses sell in crazy numbers, so a longer course will always work in your favor. Doing interviews with experts and including these as part of your course, offering your students books you've written or audio programs or other courses you have for free as long as they're relevant to the course topic, and simply having multiple bonuses inside your course. Use one of these or use them all. These will definitely amp up your course's value and its desirability. The reason having a high value course is important is because students will tend to compare your course to other instructors' courses. So by differentiating yourself and providing your students with all these cool bonuses and extra learning content and whatnot, your course now becomes a must-have in your students' eyes. Having a high value course also removes that resistance that your target students might experience and really forces them to enroll in your course. So it's a really powerful thing. Establishing credibility is a very important thing to get your target student to trust you and to buy your online course. The reason why is because when people seek advice, they care a lot more about who versus what. That means people want to learn from people who are already successful in whatever area they need help with. So here are 4 ways you can establish instant credibility as an online instructor. Being a specialist in your course topic. The reason why specialists in any area make more money than the rest of the people is because they choose one thing to focus on and make sure they learn everything that's related to it and acquire as much experience as possible in it. That automatically puts them above everyone else. Show me a person who does many things all at once, and I'll show you a person who isn't top notch in any single one of those things. So when you say to your target students that you are a specialist on your course topic, they immediately see you as a person who is very knowledgeable and experienced in your area. Even just to get clients, if you're a freelancer, for example, freelancers who specialize in only one thing, say for example Facebook ads, their proposals rise right to the top and they almost always land projects. So when it comes to online courses, I personally want to learn copywriting from the top copywriters in the world. A name comes to mind right now, John Carlton. You might be familiar with him. I want to learn SEO from SEO Moz and so on and so forth. These people are the go-to people in their own industries because they are masters of their domains. So we can really learn a lot from these people. When I first started as a freelancer, I made a quick realization. I noticed that when I applied to different projects that the guy who was the specialist would get the job every time. Also, over 4 years ago, I discovered the online course industry and I saw a lot of opportunity, so I became a specialist in online course creation and marketing. And you know what? That helped me a lot, especially in my freelance business. I've gotten more clients than I could handle for the past 4 years, and many times I had to turn down offers from clients. So the lesson here is being a specialist makes you seem credible instantly. Tell your story. Tell your target students the story of how you went from where you were, which is where they are right now, and the action steps you took to achieve their desired outcome. We all started from point zero once. When you tell your target students that you were exactly where they are right now, or maybe worse, they then envision themselves in your shoes and achieving what you have achieved. That really is the goal of your expert story, to inspire your students to embark on the same journey and get them to trust you to help them achieve their desired goal. I'm pretty sure you've heard a lot of examples of expert stories before. Robert Kiyosaki tells the story of how he has two dads. One of them is poor and the other is rich. So he says that he followed his rich dad's advice to become rich and successful, and now he's sharing his rich dad's advice with other people to help them achieve financial prosperity. Brendan Burchard tells the story of having a near death experience where he asked himself the questions: did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? And this is the point where everything started to change for him. He spent his entire 20s studying psychology and leadership, and in his early 30s became a sought after high performance coach and a best selling author. And now he's helping others become healthy, productive, focused, motivated, and successful. These are two men that I respect highly, and I can give you tons of other examples, but I'm sure you get the point, and you can see how important it is to have your expert story and how you can create one also. By the way, the purpose of an online course is to shorten the period of time and the effort it takes for your students to get their desired outcome. Because they want what you have achieved, they've chosen to take your advice to attain their goal and or solve their problem, because with your advice they can get there quickly and easily. Show off achievements. These are impressive accomplishments you've achieved. This can be, for example, awards you won. For example, one of my clients, Iris, is an award-winning SEO guy. This is something we played on in our promo video on sales copy to get people to sign up for his course. Books you've written. One of my other clients, Peter Kent, is the famous author of SEO for Dummies, a well-known SEO book. Minerva, one of my other clients, is a best-selling instructor, a PhD graduate from Cambridge Uni, and an MPhil graduate from Oxford Uni. I mean, stuff like this is powerful and can really help you establish credibility as an online instructor. So, have you achieved something remarkable that you can use to show people that you are a true expert? Use testimonials. What are other people who tried your programs and advice saying about you and your content? We're talking about testimonials that tell the story of where the testimonial giver was before taking your course and how it completely revolutionized his or her life. Many people completely misuse testimonials. They include vague, generic testimonials with misspelled words in them. Only include testimonials that are relevant, ones that tell the story of the person giving them, and which show you as a true expert. If you can get testimonials from people who are well known, that's even better. In my experience, the top three profitable topics on Udemy, which is the biggest learning platform, are making money online, programming, and online marketing. The reason why these are the most profitable is because, for example, making money online is something people will always want to learn how to do. Who wouldn't take a course that costs, say, $10, but shows you how to make thousands of dollars every month? It really is a no-brainer. Everybody wants to make more money, that's why this topic will always sell. With programming, this is a very profitable skill to have. Why? Because businesses want websites, applications, etc., and will hire and pay top dollar to programmers for these services. You can even build your own online business that makes you money when you possess this skill. That's why programming courses sell. With regards to the topic of online marketing, we now have millions and millions of online businesses. Even offline businesses have gone online, and they all need online marketing in order to sell more of their products and services. An online business that doesn't promote its products and services constantly won't survive. So you can see this is another valuable skill to learn. These are not the only profitable course topics, of course. There are many, many others, but these are some of the top course topics on Udemy in my own experience. Obviously, you want a topic you're knowledgeable and experienced in. So the trick is to find a course topic that has a lot of demand and which you have plenty of knowledge and experience in. That's the ideal scenario. But if possible, you want to pick a topic that has high demand with low competition. Udemy has an amazing tool called Marketplace Insights, and you can use this to see how competitive a course topic is, how much demand it has, top monthly revenue, top search keywords, which you can use to rank your course highly on Udemy. And you can also see a list of top earning courses in that specific topic. All very useful data. A couple things to keep in mind. First, there's money in tiny niches. Just because a course topic has low demand doesn't mean it won't be profitable. But it's up to you to figure out whether the course topic is something people are potentially interested in buying. This is easy to figure out. You can even create a quick and short free course and see how students respond. If they absolutely love it and give you much praise for it, chances are you've found yourself a gold mine. One of my other clients has a course that is made for SLPs, which stands for Speech Language Pathologists. Prior to working with her, I didn't even know there was such a thing. But she made a course nonetheless, which I helped her launch, and we made close to 30 grand. So again, it's not the demand that matters. It's, are people willing to spend money and invest in what you have to teach them? The second thing is, competition is not really a big problem. Just create something great and market it well, and you're good. No matter what you do, competition is inevitable. Don't treat it as a bad thing. Just set yourself and your content apart and don't even worry about the competition. The right people will find your content, really enjoy it, and will love you for it. When it comes to putting your course outline together, the first thing you gotta keep in mind is that what your students are paying you for is to help them get desired outcome in the fastest and easiest way possible. So with that said, you don't want to overwhelm them with a bunch of stuff, thinking that the more stuff you give them, the higher the value of your course. A lot of people make this mistake. If it won't immediately advance the student and get them closer to their desired outcome, don't include it as part of your course. Simple. This is a mistake that even top online instructors make, and it is a huge mistake, and this hurts engagement. It overwhelms the students and it makes it really difficult for them to get the result they want. So you want to keep that in mind. So the point is, it's if it's not advancing the student towards their goal, don't put it in your course. I'm going to share with you the easiest and fastest way you can create your course outline. Now, we already covered the step-by-step system which your students need to follow to achieve their goal. By the way, I recommend you only have 3 steps. So they are here, which is the starting point, and they take the first step, step 1, and then step 2, and then step 3, and voila, they're on this other side, which is where they want to get to and arrive at. The middle is the action steps they need to take. Now, these 3 steps should make up your course sections. So, section 1 is step 1, section 2 is step 2, and section 3 is step 3. And inside each section, you'll have lectures. Inside of these lectures are detailed tips, tricks, strategies, and ideas that will advance the student towards their goal. Of course, you have other sections as well, like the bonuses section, for example. But remember, the 3-step system is what your students paid for and are most interested in. So that's what you should focus on mainly. The bonuses section is just the icing on the cake. Your 3-step system should be something that anybody can understand and follow. So the last thing you want to do is make it complicated. You don't want a very long curriculum either. Although really long courses make the most sales in most of the topics, so I can't completely advise against it. But what these courses really are is often 3 or 4 hour courses stretched into 10 hours plus courses. And I doubt a lot of people benefit from these types of courses either. When you have a very long course, you can almost count on student engagement being really, really low. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. Another tip I can give you here is put yourself in your student's shoes. If you were a student, how would you want the course to be structured? How long would you want it to be? What kind of lectures would you want it to include? Answering all these questions will help you create something that your students will be very pleased with. You want to think of the problems that your target audience is struggling with right now so you can provide them with solutions to these problems. For example, what are some of the problems that my target audience have that I can provide solutions for? They don't know what topics to create a course around, so I show them how to pick a winning topic. Notice I made this into its own lecture. They don't know how to create high quality video. This is another lecture inside the course where I show them the software and equipment I use to create video, and I show them how I do this step by step and so on and so forth. You get the idea, right? Good. Now use this to put your own course outline together. Another great way to come up with ideas for your course outline is to see what top experts who have courses around your course topic are covering in their courses. There's nothing wrong with copying other experts in your industry. I promise you, even top experts learn from each other. That's why they often talk about the same thing, just in different ways. One of my clients and teachers, Peter Thompson, says that information products are generally similar. The only difference is the instructors, the authors, or the experts' take on the subject.
Hey guys, so this is what the end result should look like. So this is my course outline, and my 3 steps are: create online course, optimize or create and optimize landing page, and then course marketing and driving traffic and sales. Very easy stuff, right? So section 1, as you can see here, is online course creation. Section 2, landing page optimization, and section 3, course marketing. So inside each section, I have a bunch of lectures here. So for example, the first lecture is how to create a wildly successful online course. These are some of the things that are very, very important. So that's why I put them at the very beginning of the course. These are 4 things that, if used properly, can result in a hugely successful online course, right? The second thing is how to establish trust and credibility, because it's very, very important. How to pick a winning course topic, also important. Then outline, and then script, and then videos, and then choosing the right platform to put your course on. And then I uploaded a lecture here on how to upload your course onto Udemy, just so that you kind of understand the process of uploading your course content onto a learning platform, because most learning platforms are pretty similar. And then we come to the landing page. There's the promo video, course image, title and subtitle, pricing, course description, and then the other elements of your landing page. So you don't even have to write really good titles in the beginning too. You just write promo video, for example, and image. And at the end, once you finish creating the course outline, you then recreate the titles in a way that makes them more compelling. Okay. And the other thing is you can have a bonuses section right here, right? Section 4, bonuses, right? And then here you're gonna have a few cool bonuses that you want to offer your students. These serve as a bribe, right, to get your students to enroll in the course, something that is relevant to the course and something that students really, really want. So that's how you create a course outline.
There's a method I use to write scripts for my videos. What I do is talk about the what, the why, and the how inside of each lecture. This is actually how most videos are done. For example, I've done this while creating a time management course for a client of mine. So in every lecture of the course, I introduce a new idea, a strategy, or a tool. I talk about what it's all about, why it's important, and how the student can apply it and use it. It's very simple. Tell the students what they're going to learn, tell them why it's important, and how they can use this new idea, strategy, or tool in their lives so that they can move a step closer towards achieving their goal. I literally just type in a Word document, what, hit enter, type why, hit enter again, and then write how. Then I try to come up with a detailed answer to each question. The great thing about this method is it forces you to write. What happens most of the time with instructors and writers in general is they sit down and they have no idea what to write or how to organize their ideas, and this method helps with that. If you're running out of ideas, what you can do is see what the top guys who teach your course topic are saying in their videos. Again, this is completely okay. Another tip is to just write down whatever comes to mind, maybe in bullet points, and simply organize the information later. This has helped me as well. Writing a course script can take a lot of time, but it really just depends on how long you want your course to be. 10 pages of content, for example, makes up about 30 minutes of video content. So that should give you an idea about how many pages you should write depending on how long you want the course to be. Also, you want to write like you talk. You don't want to use any fancy words or anything like that. So just write like you would talk normally. This actually helps your students understand everything you're saying. One last thing, your job as an online instructor, an awesome online instructor, is to simplify. Obviously, you understand your solution better than your student, so explain it in a way that even a 10-year-old kid can understand it. I personally have a hard time if I'm learning something, but the instructor or author, for example, if I'm reading a book, gets too technical on me. I actually end up losing interest. So try to avoid that and try to make things as simple as possible. They say there are two ways to make money, either by making complicated things seem simple or by making simple things seem complicated. While I agree with this statement, I do believe that in the case of learning, the second way is a no-go. As we all know, the best type of content is video. So most of your course content should be video. Video is effective, it helps people learn better, and it's much more fun. Now I want to show you how I personally create video. The tools and equipment I use are presentation software, I use Video Maker Effects, quality microphone, I use Samsung Meteor Mic, it's a USB microphone, audio improvement software, I use Audacity, and video editing program, I use Filmora. Now let me show you exactly how I create videos step by step. Hey everyone, so I want to show you the process that I follow for creating video. I want to record my screen and walk you through the process step by step. So as you can see here, the 3 steps that I follow are: I first record audio with Audacity, I create slides with Video Maker Effects, and what I do then is sync the audio and the slides using Filmora. Obviously, you can create a presentation on PowerPoint or Google Slides and then just record your screen using Camtasia or some other screen recording software, and that's a lot easier. But even though that's a lot easier and so much faster, when you do it this way, you make a lot less mistakes, and also the quality of the video is so much higher. So let me show you how I do it exactly. You're looking at the script right now, and so that's obviously the first thing that I do. I pull up the script and I start Audacity, make sure the right microphone is selected. I use Samsung Meteor microphone, obviously, and I click record, go back to my script, and start narrating the text. As we all know, the best type of content is video. So most of your course content should be video. Video is effective and it helps people learn better, and it's much more fun. Let's say I'm done, then I click stop. I gotta clean this audio up so it has zero background noise, and the way to do that on Audacity is to select this right here, the part where there's silence, where I'm not saying anything. Basically go to Effect, click on Noise Reduction, get Noise Profile, and then select the whole track, and then go back to Effect, Noise Reduction, and then click OK. Boom. And the audio is clean now. The next thing that I do is export the audio, and then the next thing that I do is open Filmora and then import the audio that I just created. Boom, right there. And then I add the intro first. Obviously, I created an intro for the course. Boom, nope, I actually want it here. And then I add the audio. And then just before I create the slides, I listen to the audio so that I can see where I need to cut the audio, right? So let's, for example, do the first slide. Boom. As we all know, the best type of content is video. So most of your course content should be video. Let's say, for example, split. That's what, 12, 6. Okay, so that's 6 seconds, right? I go here, add slide. Actually, the first slide of this lecture is gonna be the title of the lecture, right? So the one I use is right here. Yep, I think this is it. Yep. So this is gonna be creating video. Can't get any easier than this, something along those lines. So the first thing I do is choose a background like that, or the background color, and then creating video. Or how to create video. Okay, actually it needs to be all in caps. How to create video. Boom. Font, I'm gonna use chunk 5, like that. Same thing. Boom. I'm gonna move this one up a little bit, like that. I'm also gonna change its color. So the first slide is done. What I then do is create the rest of the slides and then export the project in perfect quality, then choose the right folder to export the video to, and then once it's been exported, I then upload it onto Filmora and then add it to the track, and then make sure it's properly synced with the audio. At the end, just make sure everything looks perfectly, everything is properly synced, and the video looks pretty good, and then I export the video. That's pretty much how I create video. This is really easy.
Do you know why Udemy is the #1 course platform? Well, here are a few reasons why. Instructors can get started for free. That means Udemy only gets paid once the instructor makes money when the course starts to sell. Instructors benefit from an existing student base, which means with minimal marketing, they can make a living from their courses. Udemy also runs regular promotions, which instructors benefit from, and they have an affiliate program as well. Also, students benefit from a standard 30-day money-back guarantee. While Udemy has certain downsides, for example, instructors can't access students' emails. Udemy has its own integrated email system. You don't have full control over the price at which your course is sold. Most courses on Udemy sell for between $10 and $20. You can't sell other instructors' courses to your students unless you're both visible instructors on those courses. You can't sell other than your courses on Udemy to your Udemy students, and you might have to deal with a few negative reviews every now and then. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Once you've created your courses, put them on Skillshare.com, which is another course marketplace similar to Udemy. Put them on a self-hosting platform like Thinkific.com or Teachable.com so you can build your own list and do with your courses as you please. Some of the pros of self-hosting your courses are you have full control over the price, you have access to students' emails, you can upsell your students, you can sell other instructors' courses to your students, you keep up to 100% of the revenue, plus you don't have to deal with negative reviews. When I get approached by instructors and they ask me where they should host their online course, I usually respond with the question, do you have an online presence or a mailing list of people to sell your courses to? If the answer is yes, then self-hosting might be a great fit. If they say no, I ask, do you have marketing budgets for promoting your course? If the answer is yes, then self-hosting is still a great option. If it's no again, I then suggest Udemy as the perfect option. There are also plugins if you own a WordPress website that allow you to host your course on your own website, which is very cool. But generally, for beginners, I recommend Udemy because you benefit from the student base, the promotions, and you can still promote your course outside of Udemy pretty easily. If you decide to put your course on Udemy, you're going to need to familiarize yourself with their quality standards. So your course has to be at least 30 minutes long. It has to be composed of at least 6 lectures. A single lecture can be up to 20 minutes. A lecture can be in video format, text format, and video and slide mashup, and you can also add documents as downloadable material. At least 60% of the course should be video. The video quality has to be HD, MP4 being the best format to export your videos in. File sizes should not exceed 1 gigabyte, and the audio quality has to be top notch with zero background noise. To learn more about this, all you have to do is go to Google
and type in Udemy quality standards. Hey guys, so I want to show you how you can upload your course onto Udemy. So I just want to show you how you can do this on Udemy, but it's basically the same thing with other platforms. So once you signed up for an account on Udemy, you're going to click on create a course. So create a course. Choose course here, continue. For example, my course is going to be called How to Build a Six-Figure Online Course Business, but you don't need to worry about the title right now. I'm going to show you how to create a great title for your course after. Right now, just put in anything. Continue. The course is going to be in which category? Let's see, marketing design, personal development. I'm gonna choose business. Continue. How much time can you spend creating a course per week? I'm just gonna choose, I haven't yet decided if I have time. Create course. Boom, and it's done. Now in here, what I'm gonna show you is how to upload your course content. So we're not going to worry about the rest of the stuff, right? I'm going to show you all of this later. So right here, we're going to choose section 1. So the section 1 of my, the first section of my course is going to be about online course creation, right? Creation. I like to capitalize the first letters. Online course creation, like so. Then save section. What will the students be able to do at the end of the section? By the end of the section, students will be able to create courses from scratch, right? And stuff like that. Save section. Boom. The first lecture is going to be called what's it going to be called? 4 secrets to a massively successful online course. Which is massively successful online course is the same thing. Boom, add lecture, and then content. The first option is going to be video. Second option, video and slide mashup, and then an article. So I'm going to choose video, since most of your content is going to be video, right? And it's being uploaded. First lecture, right? If you want to create another lecture, you click here. Lecture, how to pick a winning topic. Boom, add lecture, and so on and so forth. Basically, you click on the same thing, add content here, then video and slide mashup. I don't really usually use this. In fact, I don't think I've ever used them. I use articles and videos. So you do the same thing until you finish the first section. You finish all the lectures for the first section, and then you do the second section, which in my case is going to be about landing page optimization. Right there. Add section, and then more videos here. It's really, really, really easy. You can also add a description to the lecture, same as the section, like you can do with this section as well. And then resources, these can be PDFs, for example. You select a file and then you upload it. And then with the other, for example, assignments and quizzes and coding exercises, these are all similar. Basically what they are practice activities that you can create for your course. What I do is put these at the end of the first section, then I do the same thing in the second section and the third section. And these are also easy to create. Let me show you, for example, how to create a quiz. Let's name this quiz 1, okay? Then you describe it, what the quiz is going to be about. This first quiz is going to test your knowledge about online course creation, like what kind of topic should you choose, etc., etc. Right? Just a brief description. And then add questions, multiple choices. So you have a question and then you have multiple answers, right? And you select and you select the right answer after, right? And then you can even select related lecture. For example, I only have one lecture uploaded, so in this case I can only select one. But when you have many lectures, you're going to have the option to select from many. So let's do, for example, 1 plus 1 equals what? Answer 1 is going to be 2, 3, 4. Okay? Then it's going to be about the first lecture. And then you choose this one because this is the correct answer, right? And here you can explain why this is the right answer. And in these other ones, you can explain why this is not the best answer, right? And you click save. Boom, and the quiz is created. That's how simple it is. So if you have any questions about all of this, just let me know. But that's how you upload your content onto Udemy.
Thanks a lot for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you want to learn more about how to create, optimize, and promote online courses, just go to lahcen.thinkific.com. I'll leave a link below the video. Also, if you need help with your courses, you can get in touch with me today. My website is lahcen-bouya.com. Have a good one.